George Harrison, the quiet and introspective member of the Beatles, may have sensed the end of the legendary band long before the public even imagined it. Known for their brotherly bond and revolutionary sound, the Beatles had taken the world by storm, reshaping music and culture as we know it. But by 1968, while working on the now iconic White Album, the internal dynamics had started to unravel. Egos clashed, creative differences deepened, and tensions simmered beneath the surface. For George, the breaking point came in a moment that seemed small to outsiders, but felt seismic to those inside the group the moment. Yoko Ono walked into their sacred recording space. Unlike previous guests or companions, Yoko didn't just visit. She inserted herself into the creative process, sitting in on sessions, commenting during takes, and speaking during rehearsals. The band's once tightly knit circle was now disrupted, and George felt it deeply. He later confided to a friend that this marked the precise instant he realized things would never be the same again. It wasn't about personal dislike. George would later acknowledge Yoko's significance in John Lennon's life, but rather what her presence symbolized, a shift from collective unity to individual paths. As John and Yoko became inseparable, George found the studio, once his sanctuary. Overwhelmed by tension and noise that blocked creativity, he began withdrawing, not dramatically like in public fights, but quietly, inwardly. During the Let It Be sessions, Harrison famously walked out mid-recording and didn't return for several days. The media focused largely on the visible rift between John and Paul, but George had already begun detaching emotionally. The collaborative magic that once bonded them was fading, yet George didn't respond with anger. He responded with reflection. A deeply spiritual man, he turned inward, meditated more, and began exploring his identity beyond the band. His songwriting flourished during this time, as did his dreams of a solo career where his creativity wouldn't be confined. In retrospect, George's quiet observation that the moment Yoko entered the room marked the beginning of the end feels almost prophetic. While fans have long debated who or what caused the Beatles' breakup, George's experience offers a powerful and human lens. It wasn't just a feud, a contract, or a clash of vision. It was a shift in the energy, the harmony, the feeling of togetherness. Yoko's presence wasn't the sole reason the Beatles ended, but it illuminated how far they had drifted. In that quiet disruption, George saw the truth no one wanted to face. The dream was fading. From then on, his eyes were set not on saving the band, but on finding peace in a world beyond it. And though the Beatles would continue for a short while longer, for George Harrison, the moment Yoko Ono walked into that studio was when the curtain truly began to fall.